speaking of shitty stuff, uh, let's let's get into John's pick, Consecration, 2023, this year. Uh, After the alleged suicide of her priest brother, Grace travels to the remote Scottish convent where he fell to his death. Distrusting the church's account, she uncovers murder, sacrilege, and a disturbing truth about herself. Directed by Christopher Smith, written by Christopher Smith and Laurie Cook. John, why don't you start us out with this?
All right, so it was like new, like you said, it's new this year. It's new probably like as of a month ago or a couple months ago at least on Shutter. Jenna Malone, fan of hers since I think the first thing I saw her in was Contact, and she just lit up the screen.
She's in The
And I've
Descent
liked it.
too, right?
Huh?
She's in The Descent, something like that. Is she in The Descent?
I don't think so.
She's in Sucker Punch. I know that. And she's in
I
lots
was
of stuff.
I was looking
And I
through her
thought she was
stuff.
in Neon Demon. I
Yeah,
think
she
was
is.
in that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's a really good actress, so I'm a fan of hers. This movie, not so much. I don't know if it's just because religious horror movies don't hit me like they used to.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, unless it's something like Final Prayer, which I discovered not that long ago. I love that movie.
What was that Russell Crowe one that just came out not too long ago? I watched that one.
The I'm Not Interested film.
The Pope Exorcist.
Yeah,
I watched that. It was okay. It was.
You know what my
okay.
this is what my problem is with it. I already think it's all bullshit, right? Like,
Yeah.
so then whenever you take bullshit and then you add more bullshit onto it, it's like it's like if they made a horror movie for flat Earth people, and then it's like I'm like, well, I don't fucking believe the first part, so what? All right, well, whatever. But demons can be fun. Demons can be fun. Demons 2, Night of the Demons 2, and so on and so forth. But whenever the movie itself goes, this religion is real, and then they're like, here's some stuff that see it, and then at the end it's always like, and it was real. It's like always that way.
Right.
Always.
It was all real.
It's the devil. It's always the devil.
So, I like a good slow burn. Not this one. It dragged. I figured it out by like, I don't know, 20 minutes in, I figured it out. Whatever spoiler alert, she's whatever they're looking for.
The ending was so convoluted.
She's actually,
it was so anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was.
The only, you know what, the part I liked the best was when all the invisible shit happened, but then it showed them, it showed her behind it all bloody and stuff. Like that was cool. Yeah. Right? The effects were cool. But and I liked I don't remember his name, but the dude from 30 Days a Night, the main vampire.
Oh, Danny Houston.
Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome. Like he was cool. But other than that, it was just I felt like it was pretty basic. All right, cool. She's a fallen angel, I guess.
Or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. Some fallen thing. You know, but she helped the blind lady.
Yeah, she kept saying that term, fallen angel. I'm like, you haven't proven that at all. I don't know what she is, but you can't just make shit up, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's like it just seemed like she was like a magic kid.
Yeah,
they did. She asked that question specifically. Is that what I am, a fallen angel? No answer correctly.
Right.
There was nothing. It was like they just said, oh, religious shit at the end. Like that's what's going on, religious shit. I don't know.
I did like seeing that Mother Superior get hit by that fucking car though.
Oh, are we talking about Consecration?
Yeah.
Elliot's here.
Elliot's here.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my God, that's the most ridiculous horror movie I've seen in years. I laughed so loud throughout the theater.
Yeah, it didn't do much for me. I mean, it looked good, right? Yeah. It had production value. The scenery was sweet. I love the ruins they shot at. Like and made that location work into the story. Yeah. Like I like that. That was cool. But it just overall, it didn't do much for me. I still gave it a 5 just because it looked good.
They made a movie.
It was visually cool, but I don't know. Just shit that this religious shit doesn't hit like it used to.
It was preposterous. I thought the whole thing was. I don't know what you guys have been talking about, but I just remember
we just
being
got into this.
Yeah,
they're gonna try this plot line, so maybe that's gonna go work out. So now we're gonna do this plot line, and if that, but the first time I laughed out loud in the theater was when they cut to the nuns dropping off one by one off of the cliff. I laughed so loud at that, and then I don't know the ending. I just remember laughing so loud in this theater, like when the sword starts spinning by itself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was some bad CG, but still cool though. But still cool.
But
the kill was cool. But
the kills were fun. I give props, like you're saying. Danny Houston is just he does. I mean, he gave it 150%.
He did his job.
He really did his job, and even I think all the casts were really good and.
Yeah,
but it just had a million ideas that it just couldn't figure out which was which, and I don't even know how they
They didn't. I don't think they had a map. I don't think they.
It wasn't a coherent story at all. Yeah, it was like
and the whole thing. The thing about it is a slow burn that gives you. For me, gave me nothing. It gave nothing I care about. There's fucking psychic shit which I fucking hate. There's flashbacks. There's all kinds of religious explanation that is like kind of like fucking who cares, bullshit.
It's always some stack.
And then for something like this to work for me, because I like movies like this. The Exorcist 3 is a movie like this, and I love that movie. And the reason is you need characters, you need a protagonist that people give a shit about. You have to have side characters that work also. People that are. I'm not saying that these actors weren't putting in the work because they were
a discernible bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah, right. They really painted the bad guy as the the bad guy in their eyes.
For fuck's sake, like we had just discussed a little while ago, I have a problem with understanding Scottish shit sometimes. The police guy in this. I'm glad I had subtitles on, because if I had not had subtitles on, it would have been like trying to watch a fucking Guy Ritchie movie or something, like fucking like Snatch or some shit like that, because it was really, really hard to understand. And like I said, the ending is so fucking convoluted. I tried to figure out what they were trying to do until my capacity for bullshit filled all the way up, and I just said, "Fuck it, I hate this movie." I gave him a 3 out of 10 because.
Wow.
This is solely because of the technical ability that it took to make this movie. They made a movie. It looks good. It's like if they could have just took a picture though, because that's all that's going on for me. I
wouldn't give it that low a thing. Again, I liked it as such a bad, funny, cheesy movie. Like I would watch it again with a bunch of people and just be laughing. And for me, it hit me as like a Rocky Horror in the making, maybe, that like we'll show this at midnight some Halloween, and everyone will be laughing together with fake.
I'd be like, turn this boring shit off.
You better supply like some 5-hour energies or some cocaine bumps or something, because people are going to be falling asleep.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a shame because this movie had very high production value.
Yeah.
But it was so just.
Yeah.
You're right. Here's religion.
Yeah.
Here's religion.
So that's what I was saying. So I like the Gothic style a lot, the shots were beautiful. It looked like it had a lot of money behind it. Danny Houston, I put as the highlight of the movie. For me, I would have rather just watched him as the main character, figure all this shit out from his perspective. Would have been a lot cooler of a movie, probably. That was the only good things I could say. I was pretty fucking bored, man. I paused this thing like 3 times and did other shit. Came back. I was doing dishes. I'm like, if I can get my dishes done, I'll come back.
Oh, damn. Pause for the dishes.
So slow pace, familiar story beats that didn't make any fucking sense. They didn't connect together correctly. Confusing editing. Just terrible. I don't know who they had editing this thing, but it was like they're like ADD. They're like, cut that, put that here. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, they were trying like their damnedest to somehow cobble together
make this work
something, because they, like I said, they've already taken what I consider to be fiction, and then they've built another fiction on top of it. Now you can do that. You can Prince of Darkness it if you're John Carpenter,
Right.
but you have to do it with style. You have to give people something. This was like
Right.
a real.
Yeah. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I literally had to keep pinching myself to not fall asleep by the end. So,
And I
was
love
like,
slow burns.
yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
You know me, John.
But sometimes it's
slow
just too
burn all
damn
day.
slow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm team slow burn, but Jesus,
I don't need
God.
action and shit blown up 99% of the movie.
Got
I
that
just
shit
need
up, B.
something.
My wife was watching the end of it with me, and she's like, it's so boring. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, this is what you call a slow burn. Now watch this last 20 minutes. They're gonna do something crazy,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be all worth it. But I always say, just give me that fucking 20 minutes making a short film, assholes. But they didn't do anything at the end. It was like a slow burn that fizzled out like one of those snakes you buy for the 4th of July. Those little fucking
When the credits started to roll, I literally was sitting there. I had it on Shutter, and I just kept hitting my back button as fast as I could. I was like, "Get the fuck out of this thing!"
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely. I guess I was. It was one of those movies. Again, it's so bad, but I think that's why I liked it, because it inspired me to know, wow, some of my stuff is better than this. So I was like,
right.
At least I'm on a better track. And then I liked a lot of the ideas, but they again, it just like everyone said, I felt like it was all shots in the dark. We don't know if this is going to work, so we'll try this. And I don't know if they reshot parts of it, and there was some producer that said, well, I want this in it. But it was like layer upon layer of like the girl's like responsible for her dad's death, and then she's really been a witch that the Templars put in the spell for 40 years. Like it was like it's stick with one of those ideas that would have worked. Like I mean, like it just at the end was like, what the hell?
This is what it was like. They were like doing this. They're like going, aha, but aha,
aha.
And then it was just like, aha.
Oh yeah, I'm not a movie maker by any means, but if I was, I would find this guy that did the scouting for the locations and get him on my next project.
And the cinematographer.
Yeah,
because looking good was not its problem.
Yeah, I was like,
at all.
Get that guy, because
it was wrapped pretty. It was just it was a shitty gift.
He'll make my pile of shit look beautiful.
It was socks on Christmas morning. It's like,
like that's really intricately wrapped.
But now that I'm 41, like socks is dope. Socks.
I always
socks
need them,
and underwear. Like, thank you.
I had my mom give me hand towels for Christmas this year.
There we go.
I love
we're
adults.
And we're adults. Yeah. I got excited about a fingernail clipper the wife brought home the other day. So,
Man,
I didn't have one. Didn't have one. Looking around for it all day one day. I'm like, where the fuck is the fingernail? And then little things.